Welcome to another episode of Hard Revelation Confessions. Today's topic is going to be about people use your energy for their success. In this world, there's evil people who prey on the hearts of good people. They try to manipulate them, they try to get over on them, and to drain them of all their resources. And once they get what they want, they move on to the next victim. But I'm here to tell you, people, today, it is a way to protect your heart, to protect your integrity from these people out here who don't mean you any good. Some people think just because you had a mentality to help people in the world that you're going to go to heaven. But that is not true. In this world, you cannot help everybody. Just because people come to you with their misfortune, with a sob story, you be like, I gotta help them. Instead of you open up your heart real fast to them, you have to walk in the spirit of God. You have to walk in the spirit of discernment. Sometimes God don't really want you to help these people. Have you ever helped somebody? You help them and you help them, you help them, and they complain. Whatever you do isn't good enough for them. And also, you don't see no harvest. Because if you help someone, if you change somebody's life, you want to see a positive result. You don't want to keep on seeing them complaining, still at the bottom. You want to see them progress in life. You want to see them have a good life. And also, too, is those people in the world who might don't like you. Sometimes you can be in a room with somebody and they don't like you, and in the past you may have had an issue with that person, and they basically trying to aggravate you. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get you to go in that low frequency just like them. But don't go, in that low frequency with them, because these people, they're not happy with themselves. They're miserable. So don't let these people bring you down. Stay on a high frequency. Treat these people with kindness, and don't let people steal your energy. Don't let people control your emotions. You know, just like with me, you know, I don't really shake people's hands because it is energy vampires out here. It's other people who will take your energy. And also too, reason why you can't touch everybody because some people have demonic spirits on them, and those demonic spirits can get on you and corrupt you. So you have to be careful who you touch, and also you have to be careful, who you have sex with. You know what I'm saying? Like in this world, it's a lot of diseases going around. Also, it also is a lot of spiritual diseases going on too. If you're a good man and you're trying to live a righteous lifestyle, why would you mess with an ungodly woman? Why would you mess with a prostitute? This one thing people don't tell you about messing with ungodly women. Ungodly women has mental problems. Ungodly women has a lot of stress, has a lot of pain and hurt in their souls. And if we adorn ourselves with those kind of women, we will take on all of their stress, all of their problems. So we must be very careful not to mess with unclean things and unclean people, because they can steal our energy and they can corrupt our souls. And also too, in the workplace, we are studied, we are watched. They're looking at our work ethic. They know who work hard and who don't work at all. But in my lifetime in the workplace, I experienced many things. Some workspace be full of positivity. Some workspace be full of negativity, low frequency behavior. And you have all these other people in the workplace, they don't want to work. And you come in to work, you're a hard worker, you're focused, you're about getting stuff done. But these other people, they're about playing around. They're not trying to do their work, they're not trying to be productive. And as you walk in that place with that attitude, you create a Superman personality. You're a person that they can call. You're a person that they can rely on because they know that you can get the job done, right? But sometimes it is very frustrating, when you walk in that spirit and when people rely on you because everything is on your back, everything is on your shoulders. So when everything's on your shoulders, on your back, when stuff ain't right, they're gonna come to you with all the problems. But sometimes, we can't blame them all the time. We can't blame our managers. We can't blame our supervisors. You know, for them to depend on us. Sometimes we just, we want to live. Sometimes we just have to just say no. We gotta just say no sometimes. You know what I'm saying? We have to stand up for ourselves. We have to speak up for ourselves. Because if we don't do it, right, we're going to have that internal fight within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We're going to think like this: I don't want to do this. But if I don't do this, I'm gonna have a problem. I'm gonna lose my job. But sometimes we just have to say no. We have to just be honest. You know what I'm saying? And in order for people to gain respect for you, you have to speak up for yourself. You have to speak up for yourself. You know, sometimes you don't have to speak up for yourself. Sometimes it can be through your face expressions, through your body language, and they will understand that you're not a person that they can use and step on. And if you're a man out here, you living a good life, you don't have no kids, you're making money, you have to be careful what kind of woman you get with. Because when you meet some of these women, they already come with problems. Most of these women out here are single moms. Most of these women have multiple kids by other guys. Some of these women are struggling and they trying to find any men who out there who doing good and they trying to grab hold to that man. But I'm not saying that all women with babies are bad, but I'm just saying like you have to be very careful when you help a woman and she always complaining and you get a feeling that, oh, whatever I'm doing ain't good enough, but you're trying to do your best. You're trying to please her. Sometimes you just have to just walk away from these people. You have to leave these people in the dust because these people they're gonna bring you down. They're gonna cause you financial problems. They're gonna cause you drama. Thank you all for joining me for another episode of Hard Revelations Confessions. Please join me next time.